7 craziest powers of Thor's hammer, Mjolnir.
Quite unique. It was made from this special metal from the heart of a dying star.
Mjolnir helps Thor do a lot of things. Korg was right. Thor had a pretty special and intimate relationship with his hammer.
Losing a loved one.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one. Along with striking bad guys, Thor used it to channel his lightning. It enabled him to fly, as it was accurately explained in Ragnarok.
Off the ground. Pull me off the ground up into the air and I would fly.
Thor can even create a tornado with the hammer. But there are certain abilities of Mjolnir that the MCU has not shown. Mjolnir is alive and thinking. First of all, Mjolnir is capable of judging who is worthy and who isn't.
You're all not worthy.
In the comics, even Odin had a bit of difficulty wielding it for the first time. That changed with time. In Thor 1, when Thor was able to lift the hammer, Mjolnir showed a sign. The triquetra symbol appeared briefly as a means to give Thor hope. Energy projection. We've only seen Thor project thunder and manipulate weapons with Mjolnir. But the hammer can actually project 3 kinds of energy blasts. The first is the God Blast, which comes from a god's own life energy. It can kill Celestials and even Galactus. Then there's the Anti-Force Blast, which can literally destroy an entire planet. The third is the Thermoblast. It is so strong that it can destroy multiple planets at once. If only we could have witnessed something like this from Mjolnir in the MCU. It can sense energy. Did you know that Mjolnir can sense magical and supernatural energy? In fact, it is drawn to it, so Mjolnir comes in very handy for Thor when he has to track mystical and supernatural beings. Maybe Jane Foster's new Mjolnir will have this power in the MCU. It can absorb energy. We've seen Thor defend a few attacks by using Mjolnir as a shield. But did you know that this hammer actually absorbs energy? It can even absorb Captain Marvel's photon blasts. For several years, it has been absorbing and storing Thor's lightning. That's how the other wielders of Mjolnir gained the power of Thor. Remember Odin's spell? Whosoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So Cap was able to summon Thor's lightning in Endgame because of the energy that Mjolnir had absorbed over the years. It wasn't like Thor shared his own lightning with him. Some people called Cap's lightning moment a plot hole, but it wasn't. Dimension travels. When swung in a certain way, Mjolnir can open wormholes and portals. Thor can use it to travel through dimensions. Well, this ability probably felt a bit much for MCU's Mjolnir. That's probably why Marvel never used it. Not using it actually worked out, as Thor got an upgrade with the Stormbreaker. This axe had the ability to summon the Bifrost. Mjolnir can alter matter. Mew Mew can actually transmute elements on occasion. It can even change the molecules of its bearer. So in theory, Thor could become intangible or invisible using Mjolnir. Can communicate.
If he be worthy, he shall possess the power of Thor.
Odin once made an all-tongue enchantment on Mjolnir. So Thor or any other bearer of the hammer could understand any language in the universe with Mjolnir. It's like the hammer carries its own universal translator. What's more is that the hammer can also carry the message of its bearer. Thor once threw Mjolnir through 9 realms and the hammer broadcasted his message in all 9 realms. Now that's just crazy. Let's see if Jane's Mjolnir will get any of these abilities when she becomes the mighty Thor in the next Thor movie.